I remember 2016 when I was only 7, seeing boring old men in suits talk about some far and distant concept, Brexit. But I was all too unaware of the effect that Brexit would have on my life and the lives of young people in our country. Politics is failing young people. We've seen it again and again, year after year, politicians in there influencing decisions that seem completely outside of our interests. And Brexit is one of the greatest examples of just this. Anyone born after 1998 had no say in Brexit. That's almost 20 million people. But we still face the harsh consequences of the UK leaving the EU. We've still lost access to schemes across Europe that help develop and nurture our skills, culture and friendships. We've still lost our freedom to travel, study and work throughout Europe. And we've still lost a more secure future of cooperation with our European partners. And with the threat of reform and Farage on the horizon, a future without these things will seemingly last longer and longer. So it's time that we take back political power into our own hands, because we need to beat reform at the next general election, and hope must overcome hate. We're here today because we believe in a complete reversal of Brexit, a reunification with our European partners, and we've never needed that more than we do now. Donald Trump has shown just how fragile and futile our so-called special relationship with America is. Whilst we rely on them almost entirely for our nuclear deterrent and arms, with 86% of UK arms coming from the USA, he threatens to invade our European allies and risk more lives than he's already taken on the international stage. Relying on a country which threatens the sovereignty of our allies. Now that's a dangerous position to put our future generations in. But we know the solution. Let's turn back to Europe, because we know that we are stronger together. We can work together for a better future for our younger people with Europe. But I won't stand here and pretend everything's perfect in Europe. It's true that across the continent, the far right has gained a foothold, just like they have here in the UK with Farage. But is that a reason for us to stand aside and watch? Is that a reason for us not to work across borders for a fairer future for all? I don't think so. We need to go back into the EU so that our voices are amplified on an international stage, giving us the power to stand up against the far right, Trump and all other threats against us. Now, the government has only taken small, minute steps towards Europe. When I was head of campaigns for Young European Movement, I was extremely proud that we managed to get a pledge from the government to rejoin Erasmus+. But at the end of the day, we need radical change for this country. And in terms of Europe, that radical change is fully rejoining the EU. So let me make myself absolutely clear. Us young people want our future back. We want the freedom to travel, work and study across Europe again. We want the opportunities brought forward by schemes like Erasmus+ and Discover EU to open up our futures. And we want a more secure future with our European partners, not one where we're subject to the whims of Donald Trump and the USA. So let's make some noise and tell Keir Starmer, or whoever's going to be in there next week, and every single MP sitting in Parliament, that we are demanding a second referendum and a full reversal of Brexit now. Thank you.